Your local source for DirecTV, HD TVs, installation is David Benjamin's High Tech Direct. It's David Benjamin's High Tech Direct TV Sports Zone. Here's your host, Buddy Pearson.
It's a changing of the guard at TTU. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sports Zone, the longest-running sports television show in the Upper Cumberland. You know, the Tennessee Tech men's basketball program has a new coach. Mike Sutton, who has been at the helm of the Golden Eagle program for the past 9 seasons, has decided to retire from coaching. Sutton, who has compiled a record of 149 and 129 overall, made his announcement at a press conference.
The essence of any man is his character. And the young men and the coaching staff and the Tennessee Tech basketball program today excel in that area, which separates them from others and make everyone in this room and everywhere else proud of them. I thank each and every one of them, and I have been blessed with the privilege to have coached you. I would also like to thank every former player, manager, and coach, as well as our scoring staff. I see many of them here today, Danny and some others, our stat crew, sports information department, because they have made all the games possible. And I love you all and appreciate your support. I would also like to thank a future Hall of Famer, Mr. Drew Huffhines, who's been the voice of the Golden Eagles for over 25 years. And thanks to all of you folks, Danny, Drew, everyone. I really appreciate all your help and support. People ask why would you consider leading such a special group of young men with the potential to be one of the finest squads in the school's history? And I would reply, because of where we are. 1,000 wins, a championship, record-setting teams with 20 wins, all conference honors, academic accolades, and a bright future of the young men I've recruited here make retiring difficult. As I studied what was best for me health-wise and my family, I sought the advice and support of our children. And Karen and I were very concerned that we might start something that my health would not allow me to finish, and I didn't want to do anything that might disrupt what we have going for next year and next year's season. So hence I decided to retire. I am now, like everyone else who is not the head coach here at Tennessee Tech, I am an expert who is undefeated.
And stepping in for Sutton is the man who has been by his side for the past 9 seasons, and that is TTU Associate Head Coach Steve Payne, who was introduced by Sutton as the new Golden Eagle skipper.
This is one of the proudest moments that I can have, to be able to introduce my hand-picked successor. He is one of the most loyal people I know, and that loyalty has served him well, and I'm so proud that he is part of my coaching family tree. He's an outstanding coach, and he is an even better man. And I promise you, he will lead Tennessee Tech to new heights. It is time for him to branch out and continue to build on the success we started together 9 years ago. I'd like to introduce the newest men's basketball coach at Tennessee Tech University, Steve Payne. When I came here, when Coach brought me here, I had a dream of being a Division I basketball coach. And a short time after being here, my dream was to be a Tennessee Tech basketball coach. And I'm proud. You couldn't have anybody up here in front of you that loves this community more than I do and loves this university and this basketball program more than I do. And I'm excited about where we're going. I'm honored, I'm humbled, and I'm really excited about our future. I owe a debt of gratitude to Mike Sutton forever for bringing me here, taking a chance on the junior college coach in West Texas. I've only met one person in my 9 years here that even knows where Border, Texas is besides Coach. And he's born there, so it doesn't matter. and I really appreciate Coach. The lessons I've learned from him on how to handle adversity with class and toughness over the last 9 years, I can't measure it. For all of our athletes, everybody in athletics, all our fans, again, we're going to ask you to invest a little more. We want you to invest your time. If for no other reason, that sometimes when you go out in public, that the only contact that people have with Tennessee Tech or Cookeville are our student athletes. And I promise if somebody you do business with, that their only contact is student athletes at Tennessee Tech, it's going to be a favorable impression. It's something to be proud of. It's something worthwhile to invest in. Invest your time. Invest your energies. If you got it, invest your money. We're going to get on that grant too. All right? But it's a worthwhile investment, and we're excited about where we're going in all our athletics. But I talk to people my age all the time and say, I remember when I used to go to games when I was little and the gym was packed and we had such fun and being around the players was great. And the only thing missing is your family. Get your children out here. Start again. Let's build this thing. There's no reason for this building not to be full and not to be the best place to play in the Ohio Valley Conference and one of the best programs in the country. We have everything in place. We have so much to be proud of. I want you to invest your time first, and I think you'll be happy you did. Finally, I want to talk about our players. These guys are supposed to be in class. I'm hoping none of them are missing class right here. the guys on the wall right here. None of this would be possible without him. They know now more than ever what it means to compete for a championship. They understand how close they are. And if you watch the NCAA tournament when Morehead State beat Louisville in the first NCAA, they know now how close we are. It's possible here. It's going to happen here. It's going to happen. It's not a matter of when, and not if, it's a matter of when. And these guys are the guys that are going to do it, I hope. And they've committed and done so much and been such servants to each other and led each other by putting other people first. I couldn't be more prouder of these guys.
You know, it was a big week for Tennessee Tech. Not only was there the basketball announcement about a new men's basketball head coach, but the T2 Athletics also unveiled its new state-of-the-art performance center for student athletes. And what a facility it is. This facility consists of 25,000 square feet of space with 10,000 feet filled wall-to-wall with strength training equipment, a 10,000-foot room covered with artificial turf to serve as a speed and agility area, and a 5,000-foot locker room for the Golden Eagles softball team. It is by far the nicest facility in the Ohio Valley Conference, as well as in the state of Tennessee. And the man who helped make it all happen is the T2 Athletics Director, Mr. Mark Wilson. Man, what a busy week you had with the basketball announcement and then the unveiling of the Performance Athletics Center. That has got to be just one of the most marquee things I've ever seen at Tennessee Tech.
Yeah, we are very, very proud of it. I mean, it's certainly a tremendous addition to our repertoire of athletic facilities to help our student athletes, be the very best that they can be. And that's what it's really all about, buddy. The Athletic Performance Center is focused on training our student athletes in terms of strength, speed, and agility.
Yeah.
So they can maximize their individual athletic potential. And we know if each student athlete is maximizing their individual potential, then that equates into great team success. If you have team success, we know you're going to win Ohio Valley Conference championships. If you win OVC championships, you compete regionally and nationally. And for us, that's what it's all about. And we clearly state that our goals for our student athletes are to leave Tennessee Tech with a degree, number one.
Right.
2 is to win Ohio Valley Conference championships, and 3 to grow personally and socially. And this is a big part of that winning championships. And there's no doubt. I mean, from everybody that was coming in, the wow factor is there, and it's really going to help us recruit premier student athletes to Tennessee Tech.
Oh well, it's got to. I mean, because I think we've talked about it being the by far the best facility in the Ohio Valley Conference in the state of Tennessee. I mean, it's just one of those things where you see these kind of facilities and you're like, man, that'd be neat to have. and now you have it at Tennessee Tech. And it's just, it blows you away when you see how nice this is, and that it is at Tennessee Tech from where, you know, the weight room was above the football offices. And, you know, I used to sit in there and interview Coach Hennigan, and the weights are pounding down on the ceiling, and, you know, and you could hear it on the tape.
Coach Brown doesn't, you know, it's amazing for him. And Coach Hennigan needs to get over there and have a little meeting and find out what it's like now, because it's silent over there now. I mean, so they really kind of like it. So I say they have to be more efficient. You know?
Yeah, it's peaceful now.
Yeah, it is peaceful, but it's a great addition. It is a wow space for us. By far, it's the best, you know, athletic performance center in the Ohio Valley Conference. You know, we didn't set out to build this, but when Coach P was doing some research about 3 or 4 weeks ago, he researched that at our level of football, the FCS level, it is the largest athletic performance center in the country.
Really?
And it's one of the top, like, you know, dozen in all of Division I athletics. Because, you know, with the 20,000 square feet, with 10,000 square feet dedicated to strength space and 10,000 square feet to agility and speed space.
Right. Now,
that agility and speed space, as we do with everything, it's multi-purpose as our indoor practice facility for all of our other teams. But it really is, and we didn't set out for that. But it's funny that we ended up with one of the best in the country. And there are others, you know. Coach P had somebody come in and said it was just as functional and just as good as Nebraska's, and they're there as a Big 12 opponent, and you know, it's just I think that's a real feather in our cap, and we're very, very proud of it. We're really proud of it that there was no state money that went into it. It's 100% funded by athletics.
Wow.
You know, it's a $2.6 million total project, including the cost of all the equipment in it. And we paid $1.1 million in cash, and we have debt service of $1.5 million that we'll pay off in the next 10 years. So we really think that's a tremendous investment in the future of Tennessee Tech athletics.
Before you had the grand opening, there was a little basketball announcement about Mike Sutton retiring after 9 years at Tennessee Tech, retiring from coaching after, I think, 37 years of coaching, and then Steve Payne being named the new men's basketball coach. Obviously, that's something that you're pleased to see get done, and for everybody involved, it seemed like it was just a real feel-good experience for everybody.
Well, it's a win-win all the way around. You know, Mike Sutton has given us 9 years of great service as head coach, had some phenomenal success. You know, leaves Tennessee Tech as the second to highest number of wins out of all the head coaches that have been at Tennessee Tech. Leaves our program really in great shape for an opportunity next year with a core of players coming back to give us an opportunity to win Ohio Valley Conference Championship after falling 1 game short this year.
Yeah.
And I think the continuity is very important with Steve Payne, but we also know that Steve Payne's his own person. He's going to do things his own way. He's going to take what Mike Sutton has done, taking that foundation, he's going to build upon it, and we think have the opportunity to take us to the next level. So it really is a seamless transition for us. We're really excited about Coach Payne, but we're going to miss Coach Sutton. But we are thrilled that he's going to be an instructor over in the School of Interdisciplinary Studies. He's still going to be a part of our community and a part of our university. So we think it's just a great situation.
And you think about it, you must really think a lot about Steve Payne, because you could have opened this up and you could have had 150 applicants. You could have had head coaches at smaller, schools, big D1 assistants, that kind of thing. I mean, you really could have opened it up, but here you have your hand-picked man already on staff, ready to go. So I think that's got to speak volumes about, your impression of Steve Payne.
Well, Steve has done a great job for 9 years. He's been extremely loyal. He had an opportunity to lead our program when Coach Sutton was out with Guillain-Barré syndrome from the time that Mike was stricken in April of 2005 until he came back in late 2005. Steve ran all the day-to-day operations. This year, when Coach was not able to go on a couple road trips, Steve ran the team. The time when Coach was not at practice, Steve did it. So, we've had an opportunity to observe him. We think he's a proven commodity. You know how it is. Coach is in the final year of his contract. We've been getting things all year long. Of course, a lot of people want us to hire Bruce Pearl, and Bruce is a phenomenal basketball coach. But we really, really like Steve Payne.
You got your man. Yeah. Well, for all of your hard work for this past week, Mark Wilson, is our champion of the week, and get the cool Sport Zone T-shirt, because we can give this to you.
Thank you so much.
And it won't be an NCAA violation, will it?
No, it's not an NCAA violation. I'll wear it with great pride when I work out. So thank you so much, buddy.
All right, thanks for being with us.
You're watching the David Benjamin High Tech Direct TV Sports Zone.
I also will my private jet, my island in the Maldives, and full control of the family business to my soulmate, Angel. Finally, to my only son, Chauncey, I bequeath my DirecTV and its vast collection of 6,000 shows and movies.
DirecTV now gives you instant access to 6,000 shows and movies at no extra charge.
Yeah! Whoa! Thank you! Yeah!
Don't just watch TV, DirecTV.